Hi there, book lovers.
And welcome to the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, where two sisters dive headfirst into the world of spicy romance.
I'm Blondie.
And I'm Mare, and if there's one thing we love, it's a book that brings the heat.
From the slow burns that make you swoon to the downright scandalous reads that leave you blushing.
We're here to break it all down with hot takes, steamy plot recaps, and plenty of laughs.
No trope is off limits. No book is too spicy, whether you're a seasoned romance reader
or just dipping your toes into the world of smutty fiction. We've got you covered.
So grab a drink,
get cozy,
and let's talk spice.
Hello!
Welcome back, everybody.
Ooh, that was quite the hiatus.
It was it didn't feel long to them though, because we still posted our videos.
That's true. They only missed what, 1 week?
1 week, yeah. 1 week we were gone. I'm sorry. I know everybody missed us.
But we're back, and we missed you guys.
Yeah, we finished a couple of books while we've been gone, so let's dive into those.
Well, let's do our introductions really quick.
Sure, who are you?
I'm Mare, your local trope tracker and book bestie with opinions.
Oh, I love how you have your sheet of your little thingies.
You want to use it?
No, I don't have mine.
You're fired.
Oh, shit.
You're the chaos coordinator.
I am. I'm the chaos coordinator and was a more avid streamer than I have been, but that's me.
There you go.
Let's get going on this.
All right, welcome to
we-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're just getting right into it. Welcome to episode 11, Scythe and Sparrow by Brynne Weaver.
Why can't I hear you?
Oh, I was
my
muted that whole
God.
time. Sorry, we've been gone for a while. I wonder how
Slacker.
bad it was on the recording. Oh, goodness. Well, reintroduce myself. I'm Mare. I'm your local trope tracker and book bestie with opinions.
There we go.
There we go.
They heard me already.
I know. It's hello.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
if they heard
They
that
definitely
either.
did not hear that.
Oh, goodness. All right. So welcome back, everybody. We're at episode 11 already, and today we'll be talking about book 3 in the Ruinous Love Trilogy, Scythe and Sparrow by Brynne Weaver.
Yeah. This
All
is going to be a
right.
good one.
It is going to be good. All right, here we go. Let me put up, because again, I'm a little out of, there we go.
There.
We got our book cover up. All right. Revenge tastes sweet, but love tastes feral. Today we're rolling into the vigilante chaos, trauma-bonded tenderness, and the dirtiest slow burn in the circus.
Yeah. Welcome to Scythe and Sparrow, the grand finale to Brynne Weaver's Ruinous Love Trilogy.
And as always, we're going to bust into trigger warnings, the summary, and do you want to shout out our socials really quick?
Yeah. Our socials are real fast. You can follow us on YouTube. We're on Spotify and Apple too. Our blah, 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 if I can talk today.
We're out of practice.
Those will all be posted on Friday for those platforms. And then you can always check out our Etsy store. We will have another shirt that goes with this episode, and definitely check out the one from the milking farm. That one turned out really cute.
And we're also on TikTok. Yep.
Yeah, we haven't made an Instagram yet.
No, we haven't.
We're
Well-
slackers.
Well, we have full-time jobs outside of this.
Yeah, this isn't our full time. This is for fun.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's start with, do we do trigger warnings first or the summary?
We do trigger warnings first.
All right. Well, you guys are in for a treat this time because our trigger warnings are in audio form, unless you'd like to read them.
No, you go ahead.
All right. Here they go.
Hit it.
It's about 2.5 minutes. So, but the narrators are fun.
They are. It's a good one.
All right.
Content and trigger warnings. As much as Scythe and Sparrow is a dark romantic comedy, and will hopefully make you laugh through the madness,
It's still dark.
please read responsibly. If you have any questions about this list, please don't hesitate to contact me at brynweaverbooks.com or on one of my social media platforms. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok. Eyeballs. Again, if it's any consolation, I don't know why I keep writing them into books because eyeball shit freaks me the fuck out.
Also, eyelids. Yep, we're there now.
I'm not sure I really ruin cotton candy as much as maybe just defile it.
Possibly sausages and or hot dogs.
Ill-advised use of staple guns.
Are drug-addicted raccoons a trigger? Debate.
Clowns.
Sexy clowns.
Medical trauma, including serious injury, ambulances, open fractures, puncture wounds, blood loss, hospitals, surgical recovery.
Impaling. Not the sexy kind. But okay, that too.
References to domestic physical abuse, not depicted, psychological/emotional abuse, sexual harassment, threats and intimidation, misogyny.
Injured dog. But if you read Leather and Lark, you already know Bentley will be fine. He's too grumpy and badass to die.
Parental neglect, child physical abuse, not depicted.
Numerous weapons and sharp objects, including knives, guns, baseball bats, metal hooks, and edge beveler? You should be used to these by now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Detailed sex scenes which include, but are not limited to, adult toys, primal kink, cum kink, anal, rough sex, sexual acts in public.
Explicit and colourful language, including a lot of blasphemy. Don't say I didn't warn you.
There is a lot of injury and death. It's a book about a doctor and a serial killer falling in love, so I feel like that's probably a given. Please note, if you're the kind of reader who likes to skip epilogues, I humbly request that you make an exception. There are no babies or pregnancies, but there might be another surprise or two that you won't want to miss. Just trust me. But the ice cream, you say. The pizza, the beer and smoothies and fancy calcium. I know. But just trust me. This time. Ha ha!
Ugh. All
That was a really short sexual trigger list warning this time.
It's yeah. I don't think it's because they're not as kinky as
The last couple, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome in, Mari. Nice to have you back as well.
Hello. All right. I'm going to read the summary really quick. And then, oops, wrong one. Hold on. Little out of practice. All right. Murder, mayhem, and spice. Dr. Fionn Kane is running from a broken heart, one he hopes to mend in small town Nebraska, far away from his almost fiancée and his derailed surgical career. It's a simpler, head down, hard work, and absolutely no romantic relationships. He wants none of the circus he left behind in Boston. But then the real circus comes to town. Motorcycle performer Rose Evans has spent a decade on the road with the Silvaria Circus, and it suits her just fine, especially when she has the urge to indulge in a little murder when she's not in the spotlight. But when a kill goes awry, she ends up with an injured leg. Rose finds herself stuck in Nebraska at the home of the adorably nerdy town doctor. The problem is, not every broken heart can be sewn back together. And the longer you stay in one place, the more likely your ghosts are to catch up. It's pretty good.
It is a good book. I mean, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
So,
All right.
did you have this highlighted for you?
No, yes, I do. All right. So
Let's meet the madness.
let's meet the madness. Rose Evans, known as the Sparrow, is a motorcycle stunt performer and a tarot reader with the Silvaria Circus. After a vigilante act goes awry, she finds herself under the care of Dr. Fionn Kane, a small-town doctor seeking a quiet life. Their unexpected encounter leads to a complex relationship filled with dark humor and emotional depth. Let's put up
Yeah.
a
What do
picture
you got?
of Rose. There we go. Being that we're talking about her first, right?
Yeah.
Should we... Oh, we have new things. Should we show them the video?
Yeah.
Check this out, you guys. We've upped our game with our visuals.
What?
Oh, yeah. So AI has actually upped its game. Midjourney now has video abilities. So you load up one photo and then it'll create videos of it. It'll give it movement.
Very
Isn't
cool.
that awesome? Oh, so excited. All right. All right. So how did Rose's background influence your perception of her character, in your opinion?
I don't think it really changed my opinion of her. Did it change your? I mean, not really.
No, because we had already met her in the
Yes.
previous 2 books. Like she was in Butcher and Blackbird and she was in Leather and Lark. Mm-hmm. So we had already met her a couple of times and kind of knew her personality already. So
Exactly.
I mean, her background, once you actually find out her background and why she is the way she is, it explains a little bit more, but not a whole heck of a lot.
No, not a whole lot.
So
What were your initial thoughts about Dr. Kane?
again, we had previously met him in the last 2 books, so my opinion was kind of the same. He's like the third kind of forgotten brother that lives far away, and I didn't really have an opinion on him other than he was just there.
Yeah.
Because other than knowing he was a doctor that lived in Nebraska, we didn't know much about him.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't have big expectations for it.
no. How does the setup compare to the previous books in the trilogy?
I think the setup was good. I like how we went back. It goes back and tells their initial story.
Their initial meeting and stuff?
Yeah, I think that instead of just like picking up on a weird spot, it goes back to where these two actually first meet, because you meet her in Butcher and Blackbird and in Leather and Lark, but they've already been together.
Yeah, in Butcher and Blackbird, you meet them more halfway through their story. Or at the beginning, kind of.
A little bit in the beginning.
Like a third of the
Yeah.
way through their story. And then in Leather and Lark, you kind of meet them 2/3 of the way through their story.
Yes.
So this one takes you all the way back to the beginning. So you get a lot more of why their relationship is the way it is. Because you don't really understand why there's this... She has feelings for him, but he doesn't really reciprocate. You don't really understand like their dynamic very much from the little interactions you get from the first 2 books.
Yeah, and it is explained a lot better later on in the book, or at the beginning of this book, I feel like.
Yeah.
Did you expect the vigilante romance with the circus flair to feel this emotional?
No, I was kind of surprised about that. I do like the fact that the author, Brynne Weaver, always like... They're very similar in tone as far as some of the comedy and some of the characters and how she writes them. But I like the fact that each book in the trilogy kind of has a different focus. Mm-hmm. Whereas like book 1, the main and female, like the male character was open to love, or the female character was always running away. And then in book 2, kind of the same thing. Like Lachlan was open to love, and Lark was like open to love but too busy for it, kind of not ready for it, kind of shoved into an experience she wasn't ready to fall in love.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this one, he's running from love, so he's kind of the opposite of the first 2, whereas Rose is very open to it. So it's she kind of reversed the dynamic in this story.
Yeah. She's open to it but wasn't ready for it too.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
What were your expectations going in?
I didn't have too many. I didn't think Rose was going to be... I didn't anticipate her working at a circus like she did. Did you?
They kind of told us that she worked in the circus in the previous ones.
But they didn't tell you that she was a fucking stunt writer in it.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah. Because I think that's how she explains away her broken leg to...
Maybe it was just such a blip in that first book.
To Sloane and... I can never remember his name from the first book. I just totally blanked out on it. In the first book, in Butcher and Blackbird, she says that that's how she got her broken leg, was a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, but I don't think she elaborated that she was riding in, like...
The ball of death or
whatever.
whatever?
I don't think that it was ever elaborated. I don't remember. Does any... I mean...
I guess not.
Did it? I don't think it elaborated on that.
It might not have. Okay.
Did you feel like a satisfying trilogy wrap-up? Did you feel like it wrapped this trilogy up well?
Yeah, I think she put a nice bow on it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean...
What about the very ending?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the initial...
Did she really wrap it in a bow?
Well, if we're going to talk about that, the original 3-brother trilogy, she did end very well.
Yes.
And then she the author, when I say she kind of left it open that it could pick up in the same universe but with a different book series.
All right.
Yeah, which was honestly, I didn't need that at the end. It felt like an afterthought that she threw in for fans to be like, "Oh, I got to wait for that one to come out." Like, I felt unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't really know where that one's going to go because of the character it is. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she writes a book. I mean, I think she would write a book about that last part. That's why she tells you to stop and listen to it, right? So,
yeah, and like I said,
read it.
For me, that just little tidbit that she threw in at the very end, like I said, it felt like an afterthought. Like she needed something to keep the universe ongoing, like something else to write about. I think it felt unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it would have been a nice clean break to just have the 3 stories wrap up at the end and just be done.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, was the circus vibe a hit or a miss for you? It wasn't really that heavy into the vibe. I mean, kind of, but not really.
I mean, it kind of is. I mean, I liked it because of some of the aspects to it, like the chasing around and some of the kinky scenes in it. I think.
Oh
were
yeah,
fun.
towards the middle, like 3/4 of the way through the book type thing.
Yeah, I think that was fun and twisted, and that's where the cotton candy comes in.
Yeah. It's not bad, but I don't know. I don't think it was like that heavy of a deal. Like, it was a little bit emphasized in the beginning, and then 3/4 of the way book, it was emphasized again. But a majority of the book, she wasn't really like, other than them talking about the circus wasn't really an active participant in the story.
Yeah.
So
Okay, take the moving image off. It's driving.
I like the moving image.
I
It's
like it, but
fun.
it's too much to keep repeating.
I know. All right. We're moving into
Let's break it down.
the Spice and Darkness. And we've got some fun because we're wrapping up the trilogy. We've got some comparisons.
Yeah. So this is a slow burn. High tension, morally gray, soft dom, praise king, healing touch, but makes it sexy. The chemistry between Rose and Fionn is palpable, I feel like, with moments of tension, desire, and vulnerability.
But
And the narrative balances humor in the heat and delivering scenes that are both steamy and emotionally
resonant.
resonant.
Well, we have to give our ratings. So I'll do mine first. So I give this a 3. I'm not even put the half in there. I'm going to say 3.
Did you put halves on?
No, you have to flicker it, remember? Do you want to rate yours?
For the spice part of
Yeah.
it?
I'm gonna say it's more of a 3. Now that I think about it.
I mean, yeah, I kind of give it like a two and a half. I don't think it was super spicy.
It wasn't as spicy as book. I mean, I'd say it's a slow burn, but not as much of a slow burn as Butcher and Blackbird. And it's not as hot as Leather and Lark.
Yeah.
If
It's
that
kind
makes
of a
sense.
mix between both of them, if you will, but
Yeah.
they're not as kinky as Leather and Lark.
No, they're not. And I don't know. I've seen better. All right. Do you want to do our so we did spice. Do we also want to do darkness right off the bat, or do we want to let's ask some questions? Which I changed
I
my
don't even
mind.
know what just happened there, but okay.
I
let's do
changed my
it.
mind.
You're like, let's do 900 different things and let's stick with this one.
I'm getting distracted. Which scene stood out to you in terms of romantic tension in the spice?
Stood out.
I know. I'm trying to like remember all the spicy scenes.
I mean, I think the close proximity of
So
them,
like their first time.
yeah, of like the way they decide, like they're finally gonna fuck.
Yeah. I think that one was good. I think yeah, I think that one's the best as far as romantic tension.
Yeah.
If we're talking about romance. Okay.
And then how did the humor enhance the contrast with the romantic elements,
I
or
didn't think-
contrast it?
I don't think the humor was as good in this one as it was in the other two.
No, not even close, I don't feel like.
This is like really up in my eyeballs right now. They're so much better.
Maybe mute it, unmute it so it doesn't echo.
Better?
Yeah. I didn't hear an echo.
I
but-
just don't think the humor was as good in this one. Like, I think there were a couple of parts that were cute, like cutesy fun.
But I also don't think they're a humorous couple. Like, I don't think they're as, like, I think Butcher and Blackbird, like, they both are, like, pretty funny people.
Yeah.
In general. And then and then Leather and Lark, like, Lark is just,
She's hilarious the whole time.
Yeah. And then Leather's just kind of crazy anyway.
Lachlan,
yeah.
I don't think Lachlan was funny.
No, but he's just got that weird banter of, like, non-sarcastic humor, I feel like.
A little bit, yeah, like dry humor.
Yeah.
I don't think Fionn had any humor, honestly.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't as humorous. And Rose does a little bit. That's about the only humor you hear.
Yeah. Let's see. Did the pacing of the relationship feel authentic for you?
Yeah.
Just yes.
Just yes.
We're not
Sure.
expanding. Okay.
I'm not expanding on that at all because I don't want to.
You're like, I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, let's do, all right, darkness scale. While the book contains elements of darkness such as vigilante justice and personal trauma, it is interwoven with moments of levity and hope. The balance allows for a narrative that is both gripping and emotionally satisfying. The themes are, well, we already kind of talked about that. Medical trauma, grief, some domestic abuse past, present through vigilante justice, revenge, morality, and blurred lines of justice. So, do we want to give our darkness rating?
Yeah.
I'm going to give... Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
No, mine's the same.
I'm going to just give it a 2.
Yeah.
I mean...
Maybe a 2.5 because I think some of the scenes were a little...
Blinky?
Yeah.
Well, I'm blinking it for the 2.5. I don't know. That's more of gore than it is darkness. I don't know. It wasn't very dark.
It wasn't dark. This was lighthearted.
More lighthearted with scenes of like violence and gore.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it. So I'm going to give it a 2.
Yeah, I'm with you on the 2.
Okay.
Did it feel justified or overwhelming, the darkness in this?
I think it was just right for the story that it told. I don't think that she went overboard with anything. I think she tried to stay on theme with her natural writing style like she did in the first 2 books. So there were elements of gore splashed with a little bit of comedy and sarcasm in the nasty moments, in the murdery moments. And
Yeah,
it
there
was
is
fine.
murder in this book.
All 3 books have murder in it.
Murder.
There's always a serial killer in every book. How did this compare to Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark as far as darkness? I think we kind of touched on that.
Well, let's put up the comparison and go over it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Since we're
fine.
at that section, the Ruinous Love Trilogy.
Hold on, I got to find the right button for it. Please tell me I put it on here.
Oh, shit.
I think I forgot to load it. Hey, that's what happens when you've been gone for a couple. Nope, there it is. Haha. Darkness chart.
Oh, you put a chart in.
Well, yeah, and I had the spice chart too.
That's hilarious.
There's a spice chart.
Okay.
There's the darkness chart. So obviously this
So
book.
is that Butcher and Blackbird in the far left?
Yes.
And you think that was the darkest?
Actually, Leather and Lark are yeah.
Or the spiciest? Is this spicy or dark right
This
now?
is dark. So we
Okay.
have Butcher and Blackbird as the darkest at a 4 out of 5.
I would agree with that.
Leather and Lark next at a 3.5 out of 5 because of darker themes and emotional damage. And
Yeah.
then Scythe and Sparrow is like a 2.5, gentle grief, gothic atmosphere.
Yeah. That
So-
seems about right. I think got a little. Do you think she just was like, oh, I'm going to make these characters less intense?
Yeah,
I wonder how that works with people that write.
I don't know. It kind of felt like, for me in general, it kind of felt like a letdown overall. Are you okay with your microphone?
It was shaking. I think
because I'm touching the table.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I think her spice, I don't know if it's because it's the end of the series that her spice went down so much too, because I feel like Butcher and Blackbird, it was pretty good. Leather and Lark was good, and then she got a little different in it, and then this one it's like just
almost
really,
a little bit more vanilla.
it's super. I feel like it was really vanilla.
And maybe that's just how she saw Fionn and Rose, like their characters. I don't know. I mean, there were a little bit of funky here and there in their sex, but like,
Not really.
I don't know. It just felt really vanilla. Maybe she didn't want to repeat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she lost steam. Maybe she was trying to push this one out so fast because she was trying to keep the momentum going for the series.
Maybe.
I don't know. It was, like I said, everything just felt more tame in this book.
Yeah, I felt
Everything-
like she took it down a couple of notches from her.
Which doesn't make any
Previous
sense
books.
because, like, the first two were fantastic. Not saying this one is bad. It's
Okay,
just kind of
so-
like, eh.
Yeah. If you were to have written Dr. Fionn, would you have made him like super fucking kinky without like a secret dom or some shit?
Yeah, I think that would have been better. They should have made him
Yeah,
like
like a secret like
dominant, yeah.
yeah.
Or made Rose that way.
Yeah,
Like something.
something kinky.
They all had their own thing in each book. Like
Yeah.
each character had their own kink that they were into. And I feel like this one, it was just like vanilla.
Yeah. I think the kinkiest thing was like the cotton candy butt plug. And then maybe the sex swing.
Yeah, which they talked about a lot. And then I think
They never did a scene in it, did they? Maybe at the very end they did it? Or she walks in and sees the swing.
Maybe he shows it to her.
But I don't know. I don't remember them having sex in it.
If they did, it was only once. And the fact that you
was
and I can't remember doesn't make it memorable.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they talked about the crocheted sex swing multiple times. And I just feel like, again, everybody had their thing. And then this one just felt like, womp, like I said, womp, womp.
I know, but if we would look at it differently, I think I would have maybe, put emphasis on that sex swing and got a little dirty in it or something.
Something.
Because sex swings are super fun in general.
I don't know. I don't have one.
I definitely have one.
Oh, learning new things about Blondie every day.
And you all should get one as well.
Oh, and all right. So we did.
I'll put that in our links in our bio. Just kidding. Maybe I'm not.
Is that going to be on our Etsy store?
I could put it on the Etsy store.
Oh my god.
We might have to have a dropship company for it though. Unless we want to crochet sex swings and start a new business.
I don't crochet.
I don't crochet sex swings.
I
It
sew.
takes
I
me
don't
like
crochet.
2 months to do a blanket, so I think it may take a really long time.
And again, it's a lot of engineering, if I remember from the book.
I would think so.
Anyways, we got
All
a little
right,
off
sorry.
topic. I got a new feature this week from Going Forward because Blondie and I are both audio listeners to books. We are going to now rate the narrator on a scale of 1, or narrator or narrators on a scale of 1 to 5. And this book is, let's play an audio clip, number 1, to make it fun.
Yeah.
So we'll play one from Rose and then one from Fionn. So here's
And then
one.
we'll rate. Well, let's play one from Rose and rate it. And then one from Fionn and rate it.
Okay. All right. Here, this one might have a little bit of a combo. So
Okay.
I wasn't playing. I didn't know we were playing clips for
kidding.
this.
Let's go.
Jeez. All right. Here we go.
Are you like a real doctor?
I blink at her. Yes,
You don't sound sure.
I'm pretty sure.
You look like a TV doctor, Dr. McSpicy or something. What are your credentials?
Okay. And then do we want to hear one from Fionn?
Mari says, yes, sex swings are fun installed correctly.
Are you ready for Fionn's?
Yeah. Are we gonna rate Rose?
Okay. Well, let's rate Rose. I got to go back to a different screen. All right. Notice they're in a different order on the screen. See, it's like 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5. All right. So you go first. Are you rating? You're rating Rose. Which, by the way, these are the same narrators from Leather and Lark.
I'm gonna give her a 4. I like her voice.
I like her voice too. I would concur. I would give her a 4.
Okay.
All right.
4 for Roses, which is also did you write down the narrators' names?
No.
We should have.
Again,
Dang it.
we'll get
Make me
there.
make a note of that.
All right. Why don't
Write that
you
down,
why don't
everybody.
you pull it up on your phone while I play the next clip? God, okay. You have it in your Audible. All right, here we go. Fiona's narrator.
I'm so conflicted. I want to fuck you so badly, but I also fear for my life. It's like wet dream nightmare fuel.
That's such a good one. All right, I'm going to rate the male narrator in this one at like a 3.5 to a 4 because he's very good.
You keep shaking my mic, dude.
Well, too bad I have to push the button to make it blink.
Oh.
I'm giving it a 3.5 to 4 for the male narrator.
Okay, which is Eric Nolan.
Who's the female?
Samantha Brentmore.
There you go. So now we know the narrators' names.
And I don't know if either one of them are on TikTok. But if you do like a narrator, some of them do narrate live on TikTok during the day, which is pretty fun to listen to if you are into that.
But I'm going to give you a warning. If you really enjoy a narrator's voice and it really brings you into character,
Listen to this warning.
and you think because of the character and the writing that they narrate that they are maybe as handsome as they sound or come off of in books, do not Google what they look like. Your suspension of disbelief will be gone, and it could ruin it for you for a favorite narrator.
Yeah, maybe just because they don't look exactly what you think they're going to look like. But most of them are pretty good looking.
Yeah, but they don't look how you picture them.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to ruin that image in your head because they are the voice of that character from that book, don't look up their picture. So,
Only
all right.
because you have what you have in your mind.
Are you at a 4 on the male narrator?
Yeah, I should look up some of his other books and see what he's, because I don't know if he always has that accent, right? So
No, I don't know if he has an
Yeah.
accent all the time. But I give him like a 3.5 to 4.
yeah.
So,
What about the guy that read Pen Pal?
Oh, he's a 5.
That's what I thought. What's his name?
I can't remember his name, but he's also the narrator for Does It Hurt as well. I love him. I've read a lot of books that he's narrated. He's excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he is a number 5. Okay, so new fancy shenanigans past. Now we're on to tropes.
Tropes.
Tropes. All right. Let's see. The tropes that we spotted in this book were vigilante justice, grumpy, chaotic sunshine, but reversed. I don't know about that one. Forced proximity.
Why are you reading all of them? Yours
Well,
are
because you haven't read anything yet.
because you're going off.
I waited.
You're going chaotic
All right.
over here.
All right. Vigilante justice.
Are you going to explain it or just go?
Oh, are we going through the explanations?
No,
I mean,
we
I
don't
think
have
they
to.
I think they
I
understand.
think, okay, what? Here, let's go. Did anything surprise you trope wise in this book?
No, nothing at all. Honestly.
I know, this is so vanilla, what I wasn't anticipating to be. I think the forced proximity was the biggest trope in this book for when they first are falling in love.
Yeah, I mean, is that what trope you think the author nailed?
Yes, because I think the vigilante justice was like meh, kind of there. But yes, it was there. It was prominent in the book, but I think for like the spice purposes, I think the forced proximity that is more what was.
It hit harder.
It hit harder because that's
She's
where the
good at
spice was. And
Yeah,
she's
and she-
good at that. Yeah, you're
Because
right.
she did it in Leather and Lark where they had forced proximity. Like, she's good at that trope. I think as far as vigilante justice, like, yes, that was part of the book, but my thing is that Rose's vigilante form of vigilante justice was crimes of convenience.
Yeah, and I mean, her first one
She
not
didn't hunt
one
them
that
down like Sloane did.
Yeah.
It was literally crimes of coincidence, of convenience. It wasn't like she put the research in like Sloane did. So I don't know. It was kind of like like again, kind of fell a little flat.
Yeah, it did. And it was, her first one was like, yeah, convenient, and she wasn't really prepared, and she had never done it before.
That's the other thing. Like,
Why would you just all of a sudden be like, I'm going to go murder this guy?
and I get it. Like, he beats his wife and all of that. And I get that men who do that are bastards. But, like, why does she get to be judge, jury, and executioner? Like, is that okay? For the sake of a fictional story and fictional characters, this is not my opinion of real life. For this story in particular, in this fantasy world, obviously abusing your wife is a horrible, horrible thing. Like, physical abuse is a horrible, horrible thing. Why is it in Rose's mind that, like, grotesque murder is acceptable, but not calling the police, getting him arrested, setting him up to get arrested for a worse crime so he goes to jail for longer? Like,
But I think also when they're pointing out the vigilante justice, I think they're talking about how she's given women poison to kill their abusive husbands as well.
yeah, she sees it as a form of justice. I'm just saying.
But this is
like,
the first time she's
acted
on being
yeah
on it compared to giving it to somebody.
I know. It just seems like again, it's one thing to enable someone else to get themselves out of a situation. It's another thing to decide to go and, like, murder someone out of nowhere. I don't know if does that switch really flip in your head that fast? I mean, I guess so. I don't know. It seemed a little, I don't know. Anyway, it's a fictional story, so it's okay.
Are you
right.
just gonna go past our key moments?
No, key moments are next. I was tossing
Oh,
down the other stuff that I don't need right now.
Hold on, let me get rid of my other ones. I'm at my key moments now. That was just one dramatic toss.
Oh my goodness. So we already talked about Rose's initial vigilante mission that gets her the broken leg. And then her unlikely cohabitation. We talked about that. And then the next one is Rose revealing her vigilante work to Fionn, because Fionn has no idea that she's been doing this on the DL.
On the DL.
So as they grow closer, Fionn discovers Rose's role as a vigilante targeting abusive men. This revelation challenges Fionn's moral compass and forces him to confront his own suppressed darkness. So,
Because of the situations it's put them in.
yep. I was going to bring up another picture because, Fionn.
But make it animated.
Oh, now you want animations? Oh my God. I got to see if I put that one up there. I might not have loaded that animation.
What?
I didn't always
Oh,
load.
jeez.
I didn't load every animation. I'm looking. Rose video. No, I didn't load every animation. Back off. Goodness gracious. All right. So he figures out what she's doing. Fionn has his own internal struggle and letting her in. Then they become friends with benefits. Are you having issues?
It just looks like you're echoing on my mic.
Are you echoing at all? Am I echoing in your ear?
No, you sound normal in my ear, but I was just looking on my mic. It's just like, bah, 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 while you're talking. So,
My goodness.
Mari, if you hear an echo, just give us a shout.
Then they move into friends with benefits, so things get spicy.
Yeah, hit that
Hit that what?
recording. Your clip of that one.
We already did that one.
Did you?
We used it as the narrator voice.
Oh, I wasn't focused on it.
That's okay. I got 2 more clips. I'm only going to pull 4 clips per episode. I've decided sound bites. So I do have another one that we can play in a minute. Final circus showdown and Fionn leaving, and then the very end, which will wrap up the story. Those were the key moments. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of talked about it. I mean, we could dive deeper. I don't know. It kind of just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they both kind of embrace each other because they're falling in love, and if they're going to be together, they're accepting each other, both dark sides, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Trying to think if we had any Should we go on to quotes?
Yeah.
Let's put up a picture. There we go, of them together with the raccoon.
With the raccoon.
Now that one is animated. Should we show them the animation?
Oh, yeah. I want the animated part of this one. That's awesome. Little raccoon.
He's pretty awesome. That, like, the animation is just so fun. So, all right. Quotes. I played mine, but I'll read it. I'm so conflicted. I want to fuck you so badly, but I also fear for my life. It's like wet dream nightmare fuel.
I love that one.
That's pretty good.
And the raccoon's name is Barbara.
There we go.
I knew it was something.
All right.
I knew it was something because, of course, she named it the most random name.
You get to do your quote.
Oh, I didn't highlight one.
So pick one. Just pick any one.
Aw. It's okay to love your darkness and still love yourself. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a whole one.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
And then I need a hug. Even dumpster goblins need a hug.
Yes, Barbara.
Barbara is the dumpster goblin. We love her. Yes, we have our own Barbara here. And she's staring at me through the entire episode.
That's what happens when we put her
This
there.
one's not as funny. I'm sad that we don't have more funny stuff. I can play a quote. I guess I could play a clip. I'll play a clip.
But he's cut off when Dr. Kane strides into the room. And, holy fuck, but he's 10 times hotter than I remember from the first time we met. He's so pretty that it almost shocks me out of the burning ache in my chest at the circus leaving me behind. At least, until I realize I probably look about as appealing as a bag of dicks.
That's an awesome one.
Thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And it makes for a good quote, too.
Yes, it
About
does.
as appealing as a bag of dicks.
It's like one of my favorite sayings is eat a bag of dicks. So,
Yep. All right.
I mean, this book just didn't hit it, but I mean, we got to finish it, right? We got to finish this trilogy.
I know. All right. So now we're on to the heart of the book. My mic is being weird. All right. Heart of the book.
Why?
I don't know. I caught an echo there for a second. Scythe Sparrow explores themes of self-acceptance, the complexities of love, and the journey towards healing. Though through Rose and Fion's relationship, the narrative delves into an idea that embracing one's flaws can lead to genuine connection and personal growth. So loving someone without trying to fix them and choosing softness over surviving violence were some of the themes. What were your themes?
Healing through shattered brokenness and making peace with the shadows inside of pretending instead of pretending they don't exist. Yeah. So, I also like, you know what I did like about this book? I liked the tarot cards in this book. Also, that's why I bought. You take the picture out because I could show our tarot cards here.
Yep.
I mean, I think that was one of the parts I did like about the book and how Rose used her tarot cards to always kind of help her through each day.
Yeah, and they were also an added bonus at the end when Fion's writing her letters. And he sends her a tarot card in every letter, and the meaning and his letter is like wrapped around that meaning of that tarot card, and like it's good. Mm-hmm. I liked the tarot card readings in general because Rose does a lot of them even for herself. She just uses it as a way to like see how things are going to go, and it's freakishly accurate, which
like daily. And I mean, they even got that little bit in Butcher and Blackbird with her.
Yeah, like the tarot is fun. I liked that aspect of her character.
Yeah,
she does a few like legitimate readings in the circus for women, which was also really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, who grew more, Fiona or Rose, throughout the book? Who had a better character arc?
I think Rose did.
Oh, really? I think Fiona grew more by having to leave and figure himself out.
At the end, yeah. But I think Rose had to do that at the beginning, in the middle of the book, because she had to leave the circus. That was her norm.
Yeah.
And kind of learn to be on her own and kind of branch out and find that there was a different world out there other than living with the circus.
Yeah, I give it that. She does definitely enmesh herself in the community really fast, which I really liked.
That's kind of her personality, though.
Yeah.
She's outgoing like that.
All right. You've got questions?
What emotional punch hit hardest for you?
I don't know if it hit the hardest, but it was the most frustrating was Fion's internal struggle with himself got a little exhausting partway through the book. Like, I kind of was over it. I was like, dude, just figure it out or let her go. Like,
Yeah.
his own internal emotional turmoil
And
that he constantly...
It wasn't even that, like, I guess it didn't seem that detrimental to me.
No, it felt like he was holding on to something he didn't need to even hold on to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this book was just kind of like...
Grabbing at straws.
Yeah, it just felt kind of like weak a little
Yeah.
bit.
From her previous books, yes.
Yeah, because the previous two brothers had so much more story and so much more background, and you understood why they were the way they were.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they had more quote unquote trauma in their background, whereas Fionn, although when he talks about his background and why he feels the way he feels, it's nothing compared to the other two of what they deal with all the time.
All the time. But I think that's why he moved to Nebraska, so he wouldn't deal with that all the time.
Yeah, so he's running away from it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of already hit on this. Did the book handle the balance between humor and serious themes? We already kind of talked about
We
this.
did talk about that. We were so on it.
Um,
What message did you take away from Rose and Fion's story? I got one.
Go ahead, you go first.
Fucking fuck buddies don't ever work out as fuck buddies.
No. Friends with benefits never ends well.
Never.
It never does. Like, someone either always gets attached and someone never does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so someone always goes into it thinking, yeah, I can totally do this and remain emotionally detached.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person actually can remain emotionally detached because they don't have that backing the reason why they're doing it. It's more of like, oh, okay, it's convenient. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends with benefits never ends well.
Yeah. Well, it worked out on this one,
Well, of course, it's because it's a fantasy.
but just FYI.
I would say as an overall statistic, it's rare.
Mm-hmm. Did the conclusion satisfy the overreaching narrative that the trilogy?
Overarching narrative of this trilogy.
I really need readers, guys. I'm getting fucking old.
Do you need to borrow my glasses?
Jesus.
In what ways did this conclusion satisfy the overarching narrative of the trilogy? I don't feel like... Again, the book itself finished the trilogy as in the fact that it told the third brother's story.
Yeah. And it wrapped up at the end.
And the epilogue wrapped up the trilogy as a whole in that last little chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this conclusion satisfied the overarching narrative of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Other than the trilogy was a bunch of weirdos find love with each other. Because, like, first one is two serial killers. Second one is a contract killer and a serial killer. This one is kind of a doctor and a circus performer. Because I wouldn't really even call her a serial killer.
I think she assists people with vigilante justice. That's about it.
Yeah, so...
Because that's what she's been doing through the circus.
That's what I'm saying. But she wasn't a serial killer.
No.
Like, yeah, so...
I think that's why they're both, like, super out of their element.
Well, that's
because
why...
he's not a killer and she's not a killer, and and she put them in a weird spot. Like...
But again,
I don't know.
It just doesn't feel as good as the first two. All right, last thing. If you were to rate all three books, going your first one you read off would be your favorite of the trilogy, and then down from there to your least favorite of the trilogy, which book would be your favorite of the trilogy?
Hit it. Let's have our thinking music.
Oh, do we need our 20-second thinking music?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Time's up.
You know, I think I'm going to rate him as she wrote him because I really liked Butcher and Blackbird. I liked the humor in that book.
Mm-hmm.
I really, so I think that would be my first. And then Leather and Lark in this one. I think I'm going to go with
The order in which she wrote them?
Yeah. The order of which I liked them.
I would say I would be similar. So I would rate Leather and Lark as my favorite, then Butcher and Blackbird, and Scythe and Sparrow last.
Did you just like those characters better? Or did you like the storyline better in Leather and Lark?
I liked... Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know if I can decide which one, but probably the characters. I probably liked the characters better. And I really liked Lachlan.
Yeah.
So, like, Rowan from Butcher and Blackbird, finally remembered his name, right? It's Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great character, but he definitely feels like
I think he feels goofy to me.
goofy, whereas I liked Lachlan's seriousness.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I rate that book higher than Butcher and Blackbird. The humor in the first one, top notch. But I liked the story and the characters, in the second one as my first. So, all right. Would you reread this trilogy?
No.
None of the books?
I wouldn't read all three of them again.
Would you reread any of them again?
Maybe. I think
Are you not a rereader?
I am if I really like it. If I really like the series, I'll reread it. I mean, I reread them to review them, right? Like, 'cause I'd already read them.
Yeah, so now you're on your second read through. Would you reread them again in the future?
No, I don't think I would.
I would say
Would you?
if I were to yes, because I reread a lot of my books.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've read some of my series 4 and 5 times, but they're like years apart.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I would
wouldn't,
reread
like,
it like later on.
I wouldn't pick it back up in the next 12 months. I'd
No.
probably, but I also do a lot of projects that has a lot of time, like craft projects, like I sew and things like that. So like if I were making quilts for Christmas, obviously not this year, but maybe next year or the year after, I would easily put this series on and listen to them back to back. Okay. But now having read all 3 of them twice, I would actually only read the first 2 and never read the third book again. Other than maybe the epilogue.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just...
You kind of... I'm with you.
All right.
Sorry, Brynne Weaver. We didn't like the third book as much as your first 2.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It just didn't hit as good as the first 2.
Yeah.
What's your final thoughts on this book in one sentence?
It didn't hit as good.
It's average.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like middling. I don't know.
Middle.
All right. So now we're on... Ooh. Oh, real quick. This book is perfect for readers who enjoy...
Did anyone want us to go over tarot cards? Because we have them here.
Well...
Or if you want a tarot card pulled for you.
Maybe we should do like a 3-card reading or something like that.
You'd have to shuffle them all up again.
Well, you shuffle while I read who this book is perfect for. And then we'll do a 3-card reading for the podcast. How does that sound?
Oh my God, what if it's bad?
It'll be fun. Let's do it. All right. She's going to shuffle. I'm going to read. All right. This book is perfect for readers who enjoy or love morally gray characters with deeply personal motivations, crave a gothic meets carnival atmosphere with found family vibes, appreciate a balance of dark humor and slow emotional healing, Want a romance that feels earned, so slow burn with real character work. Enjoys vigilante justice served cold, but with style. That's where the staple gun and the eyeballs come in. Are into small town settings with big secrets and quiet tenderness. And prefer their heroines bold, blunt, and unbothered, and their heroes self-aware, wounded, and willing to grovel. This book hits home for fans of broken but surviving female leads, soft-spoken but intense MMCs, romance with an edge, sass, and snark, and concluding arcs that give closure without a perfect bow. So I think that's pretty good. So, one moment, please. I'll hold your stuff. Finish shuffling. All right, so a 3-card tarot reading. The first card is past, the middle card is your present, and the third card is your future. And because we're reading for the podcast as a whole, I guess I'm cutting it.
Sure. You got it. Sorry, I put it so far.
You might need to unmute yourself so people can hear you and move your mic around and then.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we get.
Do you have your little book out to tell us the meanings?
There are the meanings on these cards.
Okay. All right. So the podcast's past.
The past
Yeah.
is the Ace of Cups, upright. So it's love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, and proposal or marriage.
Show
We
it.
ain't having any babies here, guys.
Show it to the camera.
Can you see it?
There you go. That's pretty good. All right. Now you got to read the present.
So this is the sun in reverse. So inner child, feeling down, overly optimistic, negativity, depression, sadness, carelessness, or
Arrogance.
Ugh.
That's actually pretty accurate for this episode. We were like overly excited for this book, and it was kind of a letdown, and we're a little sad and depressed. That's actually freakishly accurate.
Okay, here's the
The
third.
future.
And it's the tower upright, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, disaster, awakening, release, and sudden insight. Yes! I feel like it's a good card.
That's a good one. All right. That was fun. That was fun. On theme for our book.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now we should probably do our outro teaser so that
Oh, you
we
have
can-
mine.
Oh, that's right. I'm like, why do I have this? Isn't my colors. All right.
Also,
Let's mute and unmute so we don't have echo.
okay.
There we go.
And then we're going to just take like a 15-minute break in between, but or 10-minute?
Anywhere between 10 to 15-minute break to refresh, change up the set, change clothes, and reset for the next episode that we're double
We're about to
recording
show
tonight.
you. Okay.
All right. It might be longer, so don't hold us to it. We love you, though. All right.
Love you long time.
All right. And just like that, the Ruinous Love Trilogy takes its final bow. From poison and pastries to scythes and sparrows, we've clawed our way through love, loss, and a whole lot of morally gray men. And Scythe and Sparrow by Brynne Weaver brought the curtain down in gothic glorious style.
But don't pack away your emotional baggage just yet.
Next episode, we're firing up the engine and driving headfirst into Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew.
A gritty biker romance where a guarded heiress and her secret oh my god,
Slow
I fucked
down.
that up.
Start over. Next episode, we're firing up the engine and driving headfirst into Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew.
A gritty biker romance where a guarded heiress with secrets collide with a vigilante outlaw built for chaos.
Vengeful outlaw.
Oh my god.
You need readers.
I do.
Tattoos, trauma, and tension. Oh, we're so in.
Enemies to lovers? Check.
Found family vibes? Buckle in.
Slow burn chemistry on a warpath? Bring it.
Let's ride. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And one more time, we're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, TikTok. Don't forget to check out our Etsy store with all of our fun merch. Some that is episode coded and some that is just for funsies for great book readers and book lovers out there.
Yeah. And I would say if people like and comment, I feel like people that comment on our actual episodes, I would like to give out like prizes.
Yeah, how about we do this? I think we need to we will give away one t-shirt. I don't know. Let's pick a t-shirt. How about Kiss My Favorite Toe?
You like that one too much.
All right. How about Lights Out? Like our first inaugural episode, the Lights
Okay.
Out t-shirt.
All
We
right.
will give away a Lights Out t-shirt for the funniest comment
Oh, yeah, I like this idea.
that we get on this episode
or in
in-
any of our episodes.
or any of our episodes over the next 10 days.
Yeah,
And today is what?
the 25th, June 25th.
But this won't go up until Friday, the 27th.
Correct.
So you have 20 days from June 27th to post a funny comment in any one of our long form videos, full episodes. And whoever has the funniest comment, we will send you a t-shirt from our merch store.
Yeah.
And how about whichever video gets the most, long form video gets the most comments, we will pick a random commenter out of that and we will send them maybe one of the bookmarks or some stickers and stuff like that, like a
Yeah.
few other things.
Or a tote or something.
Or a tote. So we'll actually give away 2 prizes because we need some people to like, comment, share.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And check out our shorts too on YouTube. They're pretty funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And again, please let us know if we can improve what you like, what you don't like, but definitely still like this video.
If you like it, if you dislike it, dislike it.
Do not
Don't
dislike
dislike
it. Okay. All right.
We'll see you guys in a little bit for the rest of our series.
All right. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.